everyone. My name is Zoey Mills, and I am the head of reference services at the Charlotte and William Bloomberg Medford Public Library, located in Medford, Massachusetts, just a few miles outside of Boston. Today, I will be talking about the ins and outs of the cloud. First and foremost, I want to provide a quick disclaimer. Remember, at the end of the day, you get to decide your method of computing. There is no right or wrong side to the debate of the cloud. Information surrounding the cloud is overwhelming, but just know that the library is available to provide information and resources for however you decide to use a computer. My goal during this presentation is to inform you in an unbiased way about personal cloud services. Only you can determine if cloud computing can be beneficial for you. Before jumping into the nitty-gritty of the cloud, I want to provide some vocabulary terms to help build a foundation for which we can build an understanding of the cloud. First is backup, which means you make a spare copy of data, such as a file, folders, or whole hard drives. Cloud computing is on-demand availability of a computer system, specifically data storage, without direct active management from the user. Hard drive is a physical, tangible data storage device that stores and retrieves data. The Internet is a global network of computers and other electronic devices. Server is a computer that provides data to other computers. It can be local, or LAN, or wide, WAN. User agreement is an agreement between the owner and user of a program, for example, Google Drive, that defines the rights and responsibilities of both parties. Privacy policies and website terms and conditions are both examples of user agreements. What is the cloud? The cloud is essentially storing and accessing data and programs over the internet instead of your computer's hard drive. Think of the cloud as the internet. The cloud is not your hard drive on your physical computer or smart device. It is very important to note that in order to make use of the cloud, you need to access your data over the internet. So it's important to have a strong connection to the internet via Wi-Fi, Ethernet, or data on your smart device. If you have ever used internet-based email services like Yahoo or Google Mail, or even streamed movies through Netflix, you have already made use of the cloud. So where does the data go? The term the cloud can be a little misleading in that it seems like the data just goes anywhere or floats above us like clouds do. But that is not the case. When using the cloud, you are using servers that are provided by a corporation. By agreeing to a user-end agreement or paying for the cloud service, you are giving permission to the corporation to store your data with the understanding that you can access it at any time and from anywhere. Popular personal cloud services include, but are not limited to, Google Drive, Apple iCloud, Microsoft OneDrive, and Dropbox. I'd like to provide a quick metaphor to better explain what it means to store your data or information on a corporation server like Google or Apple. Imagine two boxes, one you own and one someone else owns. In your box are your own files and information. When you save on your computer's hard drive, you're saving it into your own box that only you can modify or manage. There is only finite space. If it gets damaged, you lose everything that was in the box. But the other box, owned by Google or Apple, exists somewhere else but is accessible anywhere and at any time. When you save to the cloud, you're putting your files into someone else's box. Privacy policies allow you to manage your own files. There is technically infinite space. If your box gets damaged, you can still access your files from the other person's box. So why should you use the cloud? There are three main reasons why you might want to consider using the cloud. The first is file storage. Most newer computers have limited hard drive space, especially more affordable laptops like Chromebooks. The cloud serves as a place to store documents, photos, and even videos without taking even 1 kilobyte up on your physical hard drive. Second is file sharing. The cloud makes it easy for you to share files with multiple people at once. For example, you can share photos of your child's wedding with the whole family via Flickr, iCloud Photos, or Google Photos with 2 clicks of a button. No more downloading, uploading, and attaching hundreds of photos to an email thread. And finally, the third reason is backing up your data. Use the cloud to back up and protect your files. If your computer is ever lost, stolen, or damaged, you are still able to recover files from the cloud. Additionally, you can access your files from any internet-capable device, like the computers at the library. Ask yourself the following questions to see if utilizing the cloud could improve your day-to-day computing or make your files more accessible. 1. What type of files do you use on a daily basis or on a weekly basis? 2. Where are you when you access these files? And with what device do you access the files? 3. Can you think of any files you'd like to sync across multiple devices? 4. Of these files, could you use free services like Google Drive, iCloud, or Dropbox to store them? And 5. Think of a few situations when you might need to collaborate on a file with others. Would the cloud make the collaboration more accessible and efficient? I am a big pro and con list maker when it comes to making major decisions in my life. So I put together a quick pro and con list for using the cloud. The pros are as follows. Cost. The cloud eliminates the cost of having to buy hardware and software to store your data. Popular cloud programs like Google Drive are completely free. Mobility. Your data is available 24/7, 365 days a year across any internet-capable device, like your laptop, tablet, smartphones, and more. Teamwork. Most cloud programs allow for simple collaboration and projects. Team members can simultaneously work on a document or project together from different locations and at different times. Updates. You don't have to worry about keeping your software or machine up to date. The cloud program automatically updates since it exists solely online. And finally, sustainability. Availability and mobility prevents excessive printing of documents and photos. The cons are as follows. Outages. Potential crashes on either end, your internet crashes or their servers are interrupted, can cause difficulty to access your data. Internet dependent. You need to have reliable access to the internet in order to use the cloud to its full potential. And finally, trust. You have to trust that your provider's data centers are compliant and secured both physically and online. I wanted to take some time to compare and contrast the 3 major personal cloud services: Apple iCloud, Google Drive, and Microsoft OneDrive. First, let's look at Google Drive. The costs. It is free with 15 gigabytes of cloud storage and 100 participants for Google Meet. Additional storage runs from $199 a month to $299 a month. Pros. There is generous free storage space, plus Google Photos has unlimited storage. There is excellent productivity suite collaboration, which includes desktop-to-desktop syncing. There are many third-party integrations and cross-platform apps. Cons. No password protections for shared files. Mobile apps could do more, multiple apps required for all related functions, and there are some privacy concerns. Next, let's look at Microsoft OneDrive. The costs. Microsoft 365 is free with 5 gigabytes of cloud storage and 15 gigabytes of mail storage. Additional storage runs from $19.99 a year to $99.99 a year. Pros. There's excellent and intuitive interfaces, powerful file sharing and collaborative editing, integrated with Windows and Microsoft 365. Cons. There is less free storage than some competitors, and it does not back up all folders on the drive. And finally, let's look at Apple iCloud Drive. Costs. Free 5 gigabytes of storage, and additional storage runs from 99 cents a month to $64.99 a month. Pros: it's tightly integrated with Apple products, capable Windows client and web access, and there are fast uploads. Cons: there's no Android or Linux clients, and you can only share files with people who have an Apple ID. The question of security. When talking about the cloud with library patrons, the most common question that is asked is it safe? Cloud security provides protection like physical computing systems. There is always a chance that your data can be stolen, leaked, wiped, or lost. Just the same with physical systems, like your hard drive or cell phone. All companies that provide cloud services are held to strict standards, which in turn means they have strict measures in place to safeguard your privacy and data. With that being said, when computing using the cloud, remember that you are entrusting your data to outside servers through companies like Apple or Google. Therefore, as a user, you should do your due diligence by researching companies that offer personal cloud services. Be sure to read completely and research user end agreements, what is included and guaranteed in the services provided, the privacy policy, security policy, and data encryption practices. And that brings us to the end of the presentation. My contact information is provided on screen and in the description below. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out via email or phone. Additionally, I want to take this opportunity to plug one of our wonderful library services. We offer a service called Check Out a Librarian, where you can meet with me for an hour to discuss any technology problems you are having, any research questions like genealogy research, or anything that pertains to the library and our services. If you are interested in this service, please reach out via email or phone to set up an appointment. Thank you so much for watching until the end.